Hey, 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 it's Victoria coming to you live from the UK. And how are you all doing today? Guys, I am joining you on a Monday motivation live, my Monday night live, and I am here live joining you. I have a great live for you today. So, you know how it goes now. If you're joining me on the live, hashtag live, and if you can find your flag, drop your flag in the comments. And if you're joining me on the replay, please hashtag replay. Let me know where you're joining me from. Okay, guys? So today I've got a great live. Like I said, I want to talk about, the difference between being lazy and the difference between being tired, because they're both on the outside, they can both look very similar. Tiredness and laziness can look very similar. Okay. And what I've noticed is in today's society, people really push you towards, having a strong work ethic, really pushing yourself, especially on this leadership, entrepreneurship path that I'm on. We always talk about working hard and really pushing towards your goals. I'm definitely more of a work smart person. But yeah, they're really strong on work ethic. And when it comes to that kind of rest and recovery, it's kind of looked down on a little bit. People don't really, see the importance of that rest and recovery, but for me, I think it's really important. Okay, so let's take a closer look at it. Recently in the UK, we went into a full lockdown. Okay, so everything slowed down. So I decided to take a day off, right? And on that day off, I wanted to literally do nothing. But what ended up happening is I ended up feeling like really guilty, felt like I was being lazy because I didn't do anything. Okay. So I want to look a little bit closer at whether I was being lazy or if I was genuinely just tired, okay? So the way we're going to do this, we're going to create two Victorias. We're going to have Victoria number 1 and Victoria number 2, okay? And so let's have a look at both what they both did on that day. On that day off, on that free day, they both did nothing. They didn't do any exercise. They didn't do anything towards their goals. They didn't do anything that led towards their hobbies. They did no studying, no training of any type. They didn't really do anything, okay? All they did was laid on a settee, watch box sets on Netflix, watch some Real Housewives. I think it's the Real Housewives of Atlanta and Cheshire. That is Victoria's favourite. And, didn't really do anything. Just sat on social media, scrolling away all day. And that day really was not productive. Okay, so looking at that, you could say that both of them was being very lazy. Okay, so let's take a closer look at Victoria 1's life and Victoria 2's life, what they do on a daily basis. Okay, so Victoria 1, she doesn't work, she doesn't have any job, no business or anything like that. She doesn't exercise, she doesn't do any studying, she does have no hobbies, no type of goals. She doesn't really do anything. All she does on a daily basis is basically watch TV and scroll away on social media. Okay, Victoria 2, on the other hand, she wakes up every morning before 5 a.m. She meditates, she exercises, she is studying Chinese, she has her own physical business, and she has 2 online businesses. She has things that she's passionate about. She loves doing yoga and dancing, and so she's really busy on a day-to-day basis. So she really is passionate about her personal development, and she does lots of things that works towards that. So really, when Victoria 2 had her day off, she really actually felt quite burnt out, and having a free day to do absolutely nothing, really there was nothing wrong with that, but she felt a little bit guilty and felt like she was being lazy, which wasn't really the truth. Okay, so as you can see, Victoria 1 doesn't really do much on a daily basis, but Victoria 2 does. So when she had a free day off, it was warranted for her to have that free day off, and she really shouldn't have felt guilty about it. So let's quickly, we're going to take a quick look at the difference between being lazy and the difference of being genuinely tired or exhausted. But first, let me see who we've got on the line with us. Okay, let me do some shout outs. Okay, we've got Danny. Hi, Danny. How are you doing? Danny's from the UK. He's dropped his flag. That's right. Thank you for joining me, Danny. He always jumps on my lives with me. I'm super grateful to you. Thank you very much. We've got Angie Stevenson joining us, and 2 others. They're not showing me who the 2 others are. But anyway, thank you all for jumping on my live with me. Okay, let's keep it moving and move on to part 2. So, what is the difference between being lazy and genuinely being tired or exhausted? Okay, so being lazy is when you've got lots of energy, but you're not motivated and you're not disciplined to take action towards doing anything positive in your life, anything that's going to make a good difference towards your goals, dreams, hobbies, anything like that. You know, you've got the energy, but you're just not motivated and you don't have this self-discipline to do anything, okay, to take any action. Whereas when you're genuinely tired, is that you've got the discipline, you've got the motivation, you really want to do work towards your dreams and goals and passions, but you just don't have the energy. And what tends to happen is that people get mixed up because the lazy person will talk themselves into taking rest when they don't really need rest. What they need to do is actually take some action. And the person who is motivated but has no energy pushes themselves to keep taking more action. And what ends up happening is they get burnt out. And so it's not good, because when you burn out, it doesn't matter what type of tools, strategies or formulas that you want to use to take you towards your dreams and goals. It's not going to work, because you're just not going to be productive because you're actually so tired. So I actually thought to myself, okay, so when I need to take this, I'm Victoria 2, by the way, guys. Okay, so I'm not Victoria 1, I'm Victoria 2. Okay, so I actually thought when I took that day off, what can I do that, if I need to really have a lot of rest, that I still feel like I'm being a little bit productive. Okay, so recently in a live, I talked about a great time management technique. It's called the Pomodoro technique. And what you do with that is that you take 25 minutes and you completely focus on one task, and then you have a 5-minute break. And then a friend of mine and we came up with something called the Pomodoro Amplified. And what we did was we used 45 minutes out of the hour to completely focus on the one task, and then we used 15 minutes for a break. Okay, so what I decided to do on my days off is that I'm going to take that Pomodoro Amplified technique and I'm going to flip it on its head, and I'm going to have a 45-minute break where I'm doing absolutely nothing. And then I can take 10 to 15 minutes to take some little small action steps that can still take me towards my dreams and goals. So I still feel like I'm being productive. At the end of the day, I would have got a few bits and bobs done, but I'm not pushing myself overly where, I'm tired, I'm exhausted, but I'm still trying to push myself, because I'm not going to be productive in that kind of state, okay? So what I want to say as well, guys, is, when you're like that, the worst thing that we can do is judge ourselves for not getting work done. We're not machines, and, rest and recovery is well needed, and it helps us to be more productive when the body is well rested. So don't judge yourself, guys, if you have to take a day off. Just remember, it's health before wealth, okay? And for those of you who are being lazy and really do need to take action, you need to motivate yourself, find ways to motivate yourself to take action. If you're sitting down and you're just watching TV all day, or you're scrolling on social media all day, you need to hit me up, because I've got something that could possibly help you, okay? If you have more than like 10 hours a week to spare, you're thinking of starting your own business, you want to work from home, or not even necessarily from home, from anywhere, and all you're doing is just spending time scrolling on social media, I've got something for you, so hit me up, okay? Okay, guys, so that's it for my live today. I really hope everybody got something from it. So remember, if you're being lazy, to take action, and if you're tired and feeling exhausted, then take some rest. All right, so that's Victoria, guys, coming to you live. I want to wish you all a great week ahead. Stay motivated, stay inspired, and I will speak to you all soon.